Well, the dog bone is installed. It's not the same dog bone. There's the other one that I cut up. This is a longer one out of a Lexus. As you can see, I've got all the parts installed for that. So we are almost completely mounted on the engine. Now I have to relief these in a little. There's my measurements of how deep it's got to go. But there's the other mount installed with its bolt sitting in the middle of the engine frame now. Not quite level yet. That should level out a little more when I get this thing cut in, because that one has a little more space to drop. And transmission sensor. Not sure what to do with that yet. The one that was on there, I thought to modify it, and it's not taking to it. Continuing with styrofoam aided design, my mock-up is now kind of in a position. Some more crappy welding. And the idea being that's going to be a bracket to hold the power, the PMU or whatever they call it for the top. Going to have some brackets, something like that, to hold it up. And that will probably all be one piece except for that corner, just to make it easier for me to keep it aligned and in place. Well, there it is, installed, more or less. The bracket sits on the front wheel, or the front cross member there. There's some other places where I'm going to bolt it on so that they are different enough assemblies where I can work on things if I need to. It just barely clears the hood, which is what I wanted. There's enough room to get to things. I'm going to put the cables on it to make sure everything lines up. But that's where it's going to live. Problems I have to solve. That doesn't fit there anymore. This top of this fan, as it goes into that hole, is about the same height as my hood structure here. Instead of cutting it off, I'm thinking of using something like this to run that fan from somewhere else. I've got all the other plugs installed just to make sure everything fits with these giant, massive mil-spec plugs. I'm going to have to remove that bracket. That's also close there. This is a distribution box that's going to mount somewhere over here, and that is the air conditioner compressor, which I plan on making a bracket to mount on the back of the engine bracket there. But I'm done with the major mechanical work. It's all fiddly little stuff now, at least after I figure out how I'm going to bolt that together. And then it's going to be wiring, batteries, and much more tedious stuff.